My name is Huang. I'm an environmental justice attorney at Natural Resource Defense Council. Well, I grew up in New Jersey, and New Jersey has a lot of super fun sites. And I remember going to camp as a young kid, and everyone would say things like, "Oh, you're from the toxic waste state." Environmental issues aren't just about charismatic megafauna, furry animals, and pretty places far away. It's about human rights. We have a right to clean air, we have a right to clean water, and nobody in our culture should have to bear the brunt of environmental pollution. That's really the inspiration that led me to become a lawyer. Environmental justice is an unfortunate occurrence that's happening in our country today, where most of our pollution is located in poor communities and communities of color. More and more in our democracy, you're starting to see that the way that our government is set up doesn't fully represent people in this country. Oftentimes, environmental justice communities, they not only live where there's pollution, they also work where there's pollution. They're on the front line of exposure. Where they live, work, play, and pray, they often are exposed to many different kinds of pollutants. One of the first things I worked at NRDC was our response to Hurricane Katrina. And that's why I feel like New Orleans is an excellent example of environmental justice at work. So I'm going to talk a little about what we've been doing down there. And I've been down there myself about 8 times, and we're going to talk a little about specifically the environmental impacts of Katrina. So if you can hit the next slide, that'd be great. When I talk about environmental justice, there's a long history in the New Orleans region. There's an area that's an 85-mile stretch from New Orleans up the Mississippi River to Baton Rouge that's been coined Cancer Alley. There are over 140 petrochemical refineries, and they make plastics, they make pesticides, they make the fuel that goes in our cars, our boats, and our planes. And within 3 miles, over 60% of the people who live close to these facilities are African American. Environmental justice has a different kind of mechanism to it. One is that you allow the community to drive what is done by outside groups. Because right after Hurricane Katrina, every single national group was like, what can we do, what can we do? And this is a case where one of our scientists went down to sample for mold, air, and actually trained local residents how to do this on their own. I mean, I think what's very important to me is, A is compassion. I mean, I think that's a quality I respect in any person, someone who cares about other people. That kind of crosses over into many things in my life. Music plays that role for me. But the biggest joy I get out of music is playing with the people I play music with, seeing them enjoy it, smile, have a good time, and then sharing that with other people. I get the same satisfaction out of work, but music, it's very personal to me, not like work isn't.